yesterday it was the First Lady's speech. What did you think of it?
I thought it was a really interesting moment, Pete. I mean, the Republican convention to that point had been painted a very dark picture of the Democrats and what they would do to America if Joe Biden was elected. I thought Melania Trump, the First Lady, came out and gave a very, very different speech, a very different tone, quite conciliatory in lots of ways. She expressed sympathy for the coronavirus victims. She urged all sides on the racial unrest issue in America to be civil and come together. I thought she was really quite a foil, if you like, for the rest of the convention, and therefore I think it was quite effective. And because also, Pete, she's so rarely in the public spotlight, I think that made it more effective as well.
You know who I liked? It was a short speech, Cam. Daniel Cameron. I think it's Daniel Cameron. It was about a 6 or 7 minute speech. I mean, he must be being touted as a star of the future for the Republicans.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? There's a few of them coming through. There's obviously Nikki Haley the other night. Another Senator Scott. I mean, there's really a few of the Republicans are just putting up there for a few minutes to be tantalising, because of course in 4 years' time it's going to be on for young and old for the Republicans. I mean, there's Nikki Haley, there's Mike Pompeo, Marco Rubio. You can just imagine the lineup that's going to come up, and what we're seeing today is a preview of that 4 years earlier, I think.
Yeah, we had been talking the other day too, Cam, about perhaps these speeches were going to be hopeful, looking into the future. America's going to be fine after the coronavirus, and Donald Trump's going to get on top of things. But like you said there, it's very much doom and gloom. Particularly, Eric Trump was talking yesterday, and about what would happen if the Democrats do take control. That it's basically going to be the end of the world.
Yeah, it's a really interesting paradox. I mean, a lot of the speeches have been very dark. Eric Trump's was very, very dark.
Yeah.
Tiffany Trump's was quite dark as well, about the media and the interpretation of American politics. But at the same time, at the end of the speeches, Pete, they talk about the shining light on the hill, about everything that freedom and the Republicans are all about, and about how America can continue to really forge ahead if you take these Republican values and freedoms to heart. So, it's been a really interesting mix, actually. It's quite almost like it switches like vaudeville.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, what about we look forward to today? It's going to be Mike Pence speaking. What are we expecting there?
Well, Mike Pence is going to speak at Fort McHenry, which is just up the road from where I live, and it's the famous battle there that was the inspiration for the words for the Star Spangled Banner, the American national anthem. Very patriotic place in America. Now, Mike Pence has been the invisible man of this administration. Really, I mean, he's almost been a news-free zone as far as journalists are concerned, because he's been so careful in what he said. He's been very, very loyal to Donald Trump, and really, I guess that's why he's still there after 4 years. I mean, the entire White House has turned over staff all the way through, yet Mike Pence is still there, which I think is really testament to his loyalty to Trump. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes out tonight. He's supposed to have an optimistic speech. He's supposed to be praising Trump's leadership. So I think it'll be interesting to see Mike Pence, for a change, in the spotlight. Yeah,
well, and meanwhile, this is playing out while riots are on once again, this time in Wisconsin, and then Donald Trump announcing this morning that the National Guards are going in.
That's right. I mean, how will this play out? Donald Trump has said he's going to send National Guard, as you said, to Kenosha, which is on the east coast of Wisconsin. Terrible things happening there. Of course, 2 people shot dead overnight in what appears to be vigilante-style attacks, riots, businesses burning. I mean, we've seen this so often in America. It's just terrible timing, of course, for the Democrat Party, I suspect, because Republicans are really making political points here, saying, look, this is ridiculous. We've got to have a law and order president. And so I think this actually plays in Donald Trump's hands, Pete.